Alright, hello, and welcome back to the Crossword vlog, aka Clog Saturday edition, and unfortunately, prior knowledge edition. I've heard that this is really, potentially, not a great puzzle. Looking nice and wide open in the grid, but I imagine that there's going to be some sacrifices in the fill here. In terms of the 1 hour challenge, here's how we're doing. Um, Honestly, pretty good slate of times except for that disgusting, terrible Wednesday. So, um, if not for that, maybe we would care a little bit more about the Saturday time. But now we just got to get through it. Let's get it started. Um, Measure of rank. Okay. Bubbles, probably S here. Italian American. You'd think it'd be R's, but I don't know how to spell R's. Okay, well, we'll just go into it. I wanted ED ending here, but SD is not a thing. In right now. Okay. Could be like a current fad. That doesn't fit. Maybe this one, like deserved. Obviously, that doesn't fit. Like that goes up when things are going down. Okay. Probably S here. Pulled in many car chase scenes. I have no idea. Present a chance. Give an offer. Give a something. Could be like booked it. I feel like it could be a lot of things. That reflects sunlight. Okay. Guess a PDF. What on earth? Okay. Um, one's catching waves. Probably S here. Something dress, maybe? Maybe a red dress. ER ending. Maybe S here. Coast Guards doesn't work. Okay. Could be like Raul Castro. The letters look alright. Read me here. Those playing those. Probably S here. Okay. Limited assignment. No idea. The Eurozone. 122 square miles. I mean, it's asking for a country, I guess. Okay. And culinary concurrence. Okay. I see where the prior knowledge is coming from. Sterna, sternum piercings. No idea. An Ent, Fangorn Forest. Sweet doings. I wonder if this is just the Ural Sea. Alert? Alarm? It's not really a thing. Probably an S here, but I'm going to keep that out. Maybe an S here. Maybe. Upright bar. Oh man. Emmy, I guess? Sounds like two letters. Swimmers. I want this to have a mirror somewhere in there, but maybe ED here. I'll keep that out for now, but keep it in mind. Okay. This is probably minute instead of minute. Could be like tiny, but the Y there is a little weird. Could be like nil. You'd think it'd be New York City or something, but maybe that's too obvious. So I'll keep that out for now. Oh, this definitely doesn't need to be Earl. I wonder if it could be something time that's in right now. Crank. The e-brake, I guess. Whoops. There we go. Um, Tweaks. Divider of lots. This could be nab. The B there is a little odd to me though. I don't know why I had the E there. Maybe just a typo. Okay. Kind of like you'd think there'd be an S here, but mm, maybe something mad, like you're hot as in like angry, and maybe something like that. I have no idea what Dogbane would be without a question mark, so I certainly have no idea what it would be with one. Culinary concurrent. Like I'm thinking fusion dish. Obviously, that doesn't come close to fitting, but I wonder if could be something like that. Okay. Really not making a lot of progress here, to be quite honest. Maybe it's like Renee or something. Yeah, what can I look at here? Knocked out. We almost want that to be like slept, but I liked tweaks. Bubble. Knocked out. Divider of lots. Sidles. Just look at these. I wonder if this is like hedge. Snatch. Bag. Like bag someone, you snatch them. Something bars. Oat bars. I could imagine that. In awe of something, you're knocked out by it. A little bit of a stretch. It works in translation. Oh, froth. Bubbles. Um, I don't think RN could possibly work there. Mm, rated, like, oh, RNA, yeah, translation of DNA. Okay, in awe, fire boats. Okay, open doors. Whew, finally getting a few openings. Mm, okay, should it's probably Ellie. There we go. Maybe Ross. Could also be like Rosso, and then this could be two. Sweet doings. That's S there. Like I want this just to be surfers, of course, but I imagine it's trickier than that. Crank cases. I don't know what that would mean. Okay, well, let's do a lap. Oh, this definitely doesn't need to be right. One thing. I want it to be bolognese, but that doesn't fit. You need a G in there. So one step forward, one step back. I guess. Stays mad, maybe? That works with New York City. Pay attention to. Note something? Hmm. Dis, hmm. Okay. Um, Gifted. Site of some piercings. And that could be an S if it's not sterna, but there's never been a better time. I wonder if it's a tech company that has to deal with like clocks somehow. Really not sure. Colorful swimmers. You'd want this first part to be like rainbow or some sort of color, but hot mirror. I don't think that's right. Rings up. Maybe wed, like you ringing someone up. Well, maybe. Maybe it's septa. Septa. Okay. 20th century. Still don't know that. So doings. Yeah, I really don't know that. So there's Laura Bush and Michelle Obama, and of course Melania, and then Jill. So maybe it just has to be Laura, and then it's ours. Um, Roma here, and then that works with Sterna again, like Rome. Um, Something for UFO. Mm, All something. Latest fad. Okay. Ta-da. That works with Ural. You want this to be marinara, right? Mad for. Mad for and stays mad. Stays mad could be wrong, huh? Um, or mad for could be wrong, of course. Marinara could be wrong. Maybe face tat. Uh, yeah, maybe marinara is wrong somehow. Cisco, I guess. Ad hoc. Fathoms. UFO. Things are feeling a little weird here. UFO. La. Crank cases. Yeah, I'm really not understanding this, but it has to be UFO, I'd imagine. And then lots, logs, lot, yeah. Maybe Rosie, Taffy, polls. Is that a thing? UFOlogy, is that a thing? Crank. Goalie post, goal post. Okay. Must be well. Flare. It's Arl instead of Ural. Okay. Well, Willardy. Helplines. Helio something maybe? It's like Helio's son. Something posers. Neon something. Maybe Elsie? Well, sorta. And then Rosa. Okay. Neon. Doesn't need to be an R here, but could be. It's probably some pluralized pharaoh name. Hold one zone. Okay, we're making progress though. A stint? You do a stint somewhere? Itsy, yes. Um, this stays mad, but I'm very suspicious of because of this mad four. Um, maybe like smash. Tune a neon. My brain just keeps seeing Macau because like, but that's definitely not in the Eurozone, you'd think. Um, Fleas? I guess dogs don't like fleas. I just don't know what, I don't know. Oh, Malta, of course. Ducted? They have ducts? Ooh, yikes. Um, maybe it's just essence? Pan, pan loaf? Yes, chef. Okay, concurrence, I see. Tornadoes. Tetrafish is a thing, I guess. Um, here, radio sets, catch waves, okay. Hangs on, hangs. So Helios. A wig, locks as in hair. Rated. Might be just hangs on. Helios. Ramses? No, I don't think that can work. This ham thing just too far off of a real word. It just, you want it to be like a draught, but that doesn't fit. Adroit, I mean. Um, I'll just look at every letter. None of these have looked great to me. Fan, no. Yeah, that's not great. Helio, Helio. I like wig. Okay, we're so close. Um, Odium, maybe? Oh no, that's the wrong one. I was thinking of the Pan-Hellenic games. Uh, but this still has to be A-E-I-O-U. Probably not you. Like it could be like gave to or something. Obviously that doesn't fit, but that sort of thing. But ode to, yeah, maybe it does have to be ed ending. Sip. Yeah, I guess there's still this. This could be nil. This could be like you, like agile or something, where it's an ILE. Has something, can hold one's own, has grit. Appropriately change course. I guess rated could be wrong. I kind of liked it. Helio. We got the sunlight part. We don't have a thing that represents the reflection part in the name. And I don't know if it's Helio or Helios is the first word. Appropriately change course. Maybe something it? Oops. And what does it mean appropriately? Sip. Helio. Step. Helio. Has guts, maybe? King of Egypt. That's not really holding your own. It's more just being brave. Not that that stopped clue writers before. Pan-Hellenic Games. Venue. You'd think it'd just be like a coliseum or something like that, or an amphitheater, but all of those words are very long. Like I'm getting I ending vibes from this. Gifted. Idled. Doesn't really make sense. I feel like this is either S or N, right? Could it be anything else? I don't think so. Yeah, it really has to be. It's either you hang. I like has more. Now that I think about it, has grit, has guts, has. In modern lingo, like has guts is not all that modern. Grit, maybe the slightest bit more modern, but still not really. And these are all right. I think so. Change course. Man, this is really a tough area. I've been here for like 10 minutes. Oh man. So this is just a name. That's a word. That's a word. That's a word. Um, like I don't want to have to fresh eyes it because I'm so close, you know? Mm, appropriate. But I think that might be the play. If I don't get one more word with confidence in the next couple of minutes. This feels like it must be A, E, I, O, or U. I really feel like I makes the most sense. Rated could be wrong, of course. Ideal. Doesn't. Okay, let's just look at every letter here. Just gifted. idly. Ramses. Hams. No, I don't think that can be hams. Um, I really like wig there. I don't know what this might mean other than nothing. Like you can zip something up, of course, but I don't know how you could fit that into 3 letters. Adept. Adept. That could work. Okay. Heliospot. Gifted adept. Helio. I don't know what this could be. I feel like this has to be A, E, I, O, or U, right? Like you have some zip, you have some pep in your step sort of deal. Adapt. Heliostat. Heliostat? The EA ending seems reasonable though. Okay. Would it really be adept and adapt right on top of each other? I like adapt though. I like both of them. Um, okay, let's look at every letter. Medea. Let's look at every letter here, I guess. Had game. Okay. I don't know what this is gonna be though. No idea. Um, Llama venue. Lamia or has game. Can hold. Vaso. Sasso. I'm gonna look at every letter here. Tamia, Yamia. Himnia. None of these are looking great. Okay, let's just look for some typos real quick. Um, doors. Tornadoes. Just something seems very wrong about that. That neon tetras, sure. Heliostat. I guess this could also be something else, but like has to be heliostat, heliostat. Yeah, I feel like it's got to be the A. Ducted, really. Okay. So yeah, what do I do here? Um, let's just look at every letter here. Not that I think that the M is right, but I just want to see if Tasso, Passo. What would the name of the king of Egypt be? Passo, Lasso, Casso, Bassos? Oh, Bassos? They might be, might need to have a bass voice to play the king of Egypt. Bassos. Okay, I could believe that. So I can every letter this again. Um, um, really? Okay. Um, really? 4750. Really? We're crossing these days? That's what's happening? Um, that's what we're doing these days. Okay, I've heard of the Nemean lion, so maybe that's on me. Um, yeah, obviously there are some problems in this puzzle. Um, but I will give it props. There's a lot of interesting, good stuff in here. Um, face tat's cool. I like Stays Mad, Yes Chef. I liked a lot of this stuff in here. Helplines, Hauled Ass is good. Open Doors. Well, sorta is okay, I guess. Radio Sets is fine. Neon Tetras, I didn't mind actually. Taffy Pulls, I don't know what that is, to be quite honest, whatever. Um, yeah, I think this is one of those classic, the, I think it's mostly just hard instead of bad. Um, like, as I look at it, But there is some pretty suspicious fill in here. Like ducted is not a real word. I've never really heard of a pan loaf, although it makes sense that it exists. But yeah, the more I look at it, the more I'm like, yeah, this is maybe just really hard cluing rather than a very bad fill, with the exception of I think the bottom left corner is a bit much. I think a heliostat is not a real thing. Adept and adapt right on top of each other is sort of bad form. Um, and then uh, I don't know why zip is pep, to be honest. Uh, but yeah, I think the real problem here is Buana, Buana crossing Nemea and then crossing Bassos. And it's all intersecting with heliostat. I think that's just a touch too far for me personally. Um, Also, I hate when they spell uh, stuff like this, spell out letters like this. But realistically, I think the fill is actually pretty clean, with the exception of, again, this. And this was just like a very, very hard puzzle, which I think is okay. I did feel like I could make progress through it. But for example, I struggled a lot making a foothold in here. But if you look at the fill itself, there's nothing really bad about this corner. Oat bars is a little cringy, but it's not that bad. But yeah, all of these are very real words. And I really don't have any problem with any of this fill. Like, it's actually quite clean fill. Um, UFOlogy. Yeah, I think sometimes maybe it's just the cluing is just trying too hard. Maybe that's the problem. Because like some of these things, I just like don't even know what what the question mark even means. Like I'm basically just filling in a word. Like I know a crank call is like someone that's, or a crank is like someone that's crazy, but cases, I don't know what the cases are. Like this clue just doesn't really make any sense at all to me for UFOlogy. Similarly with this like fleas thing, like they're trying so hard with like this question mark stuff, and it just like makes no sense to me, and that leaves sort of a bad taste in your mouth. Um, yeah, same thing with like the pep. I didn't really like the has game as can hold your own. Like has game is not really about holding your own. Um, and like there are some clues that are cute. I mean, like one's catching waves. I think radio sets is actually quite a nice one for that. Um, yeah, so I just like I think they were just trying a little too hard to make it hard, and like I think that's maybe what gave me more of a negative impression while I was solving it. But like looking over the fill, like I think, you know, if this area had a few less baffling clues, it's really this heliostat plus Blana plus Nemea trifecta. I think if these were clued like slightly less painfully, then you can sort of like rush through this area and not really care too much about this very unfortunate cross. Um, but yeah, I think heliostat is a little hard to cover up, to be honest. So I'm of two minds of this because I did actually enjoy the challenge. It's good to test yourself, and like legitimately there is really a lot of good fill in here, and really the only really objectionable cross is this thing, or this area. But everything else I think was actually quite fair, and just hard. And I really think with like different cluing, this could have been like a really quite amazing puzzle. Um, So I'm of two minds about it. I think I do actually want to give this, I know this will make some viewers mad. I do want to give this a higher than average score, not much higher, um, just because I see so much potential in it. And it is really an impressive grid in terms of this like stack of quite good stuff. Um, yeah, I don't know. I'm going to give this a 6 out of 10, even though I am really upset about this. And then also it's bad form to have stays mad and mad for in the same puzzle. But, you know, this is my channel. I can rate it what I want, but yeah, this cross is really, really, really awful. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.